Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Now today's gonna be a quick video. We're gonna be talking about the Telvin Osborne case. I think that's his name, Telvin Osborne. I believe that guy down in Texas who got deleted by his Caucasian significant other. She claims it was self-defense. He's not here to give his side of the story. We'll see what the investigation reveals later down the line. Anyway, let's jump into this article. Hannah Cobb told police that they were out all night, and upon arriving home, she went to the master bedroom to check her firearm, which she described as a routine. However, with little details as to how, Cobb told police that the firearm shot a bullet towards Osborne, which struck him in the chest. Now, let's get into some of the reactions on social media. But before we get into that, you already know, album out now. Album available everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify. Go to the homepage on my YouTube channel, my playlist section, Sahel 1816. Go ahead and enjoy yourself, man. Now, let's get back into
Telvin,
it.
I can't believe what I'm about to say. This man, this man said that he would never get with a black woman, that he would get with a dog before a black woman, and the dog had to be white. Whew, whew.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
That's a new level of self-hatred, okay? That's a level of self-hatred I have never seen before. In addition to that, he said that he wouldn't fight a white man. He would never fight a white man, but he would definitely beat the ass of a black man. Let's just think about that, bro. Just think about that. Damn. Think about how mentally just done, you're cooked, you have to be.
Now, in the wake of Osborne's death, his alleged tweets are now surfacing where he has talked negatively about black women. Allegedly, Osborne's old Twitter account features the username White Girls Are Fun, hasn't been active since July 2012. Now, in the bio of the account, it reads, "I love them white girls, they already know. Tailbow in between, tailbow in between. Hashtag Team White Girls. Hashtag Snow Bunnies." Other tweets under his profile said, hashtag Team White Girls. White girls over black girls. Another Facebook post from 2021 shows the former couple together with the caption reading, "I'll kill for her. I'll kill about her. I ain't scared to say I'll die about her."
A lot of people are still talking about that case where the black dude, got shot by his snow bunny. A lot of people are still talking about that. I want to get a little deep into that. I've talked about it before, but I want to get a little deep into it because there's kind of a dichotomy there. A lot of people are saying that we should, even though the guy was samboing online, we should be sympathetic. Some people are like, damn that. A lot of people are kind of split on that because for those who don't know, and I was able to do some more research about this guy's tweets. Now, if these tweets from the guy are accurate, and we don't know the guy's background. We don't know what some people are saying that he might be a Caribbean dude. Nobody knows. Somebody say he might be of our lineage, but nobody knows for sure. But what we do know, if based on some of these tweets that I've seen, the dude was a Sambo. Not to disrespect anybody who passed, but the dude was just really one of them over the top. I love the white women, white girls this, ooh, white girl summer. Oh, I got to get me a white woman. The white women are the best. It was just nonstop white woman worship. You dig? Even his profile name was like, I love white girls. It was just beyond fetish. It was insanely over the top. And from what I'm understanding, I've seen some other tweets of people interacting with the guy's family now. And the family is on that shit too, allegedly. It seems like the family is on the same Samboism. Because a lot of people are, like on Facebook, getting in the comment section, kind of disparaging the guy. And some of his family members are hopping up, well, that's why we don't need to mess with y'all black bitches. And so a lot of the family is on that. So that's why a lot of us are like, where's this dude's family from?
We back. Now, I find it funny that Tariq Nasheed was giving his commentary on the situation because in the past, he's made similar statements that you could throw in the same category as this guy, right? But we're not going to get into that. That's a story for another day. Now, what stuck out to me the most was obviously this guy and his inflammatory statements that he made, but also he had other family members. I don't know if it was a brother or a cousin that was defending him and kind of, doubled down on his statements. And it kind of proved to me that these sentiments seem to run in the family. Right, which it doesn't surprise me because when you see somebody who has a very ignorant or problematic mentality, it usually runs in their family, right? These sentiments don't really come out of thin air. It's usually a culture that runs in the family. And that goes for many things, right? If you have a family where athletics is part of the family culture, right? Where, dad played sports and grandpa played sports and, uncle was a professional ball player or a semi-pro ball player, right? So now the kids and the nephews and the nieces, they also are very deep into athletics because there's a culture in the family that has built upon that. Same thing goes if you have a family culture that was built around doing business, right? If your father was a businessman, your uncle was a businessman, you're probably also going to be deep into the world of business as well. Even when it comes to criminality, right? If you notice, the rapper Lil Durk was recently arrested on federal charges, on murder charges as well. And ironically, right, his father also was serving decades in prison on similar charges as well. So even in criminality, you notice the family culture has a heavy effect on the kids growing up. So when I examine the statements that he made on his social media, especially due to the fact that they were made at a very young age, I think they were like over 10 years ago, it makes me wonder on the family culture dynamics that he grew up in, right? Like, what was the values that was instilled in him and his family that made him come out like that? It made me wonder about what type of environment that he grew up in and where did he get his values from? When it comes to me, I'm a big believer that the environment that you're raised in, as well as those who you are raised by, is going to have a profound effect on who you're going to become as a man. And I'm a living testament of that. A lot of my worldview, a lot of my mentality comes directly from the men and women that I was raised by. I am a product of my environment, as is most people. And when I examine this guy, I don't believe his mentality is simply an isolated incident, right? I believe that this is something that has been passed down through the generations. I believe that he comes from a family that is a self-hating family. He comes from a self-hating lineage, right? And brothers, why do you think that when I tell you guys when it's time to start a family, you have to be intentional about it? It's not something that you can leave up to chance in terms of the culture and the values that you're going to pass down to the next generation. I guarantee if you sit down with this man's mother and his father, maybe even his grandmothers and his grandfathers, maybe his aunts and his uncles, I guarantee you're going to find similar sentiments, right? I guarantee you're going to find a similar ignorant mentality all throughout the family. And brothers, that's why I place so much emphasis when I tell you, when you get with a woman, you have to make sure that you and that woman are compatible mentally, spiritually, in terms of your culture, mentality, and your values. You and that woman have to be on that same page, because the mentality and the values and the culture that you pass down to the next generation, that is going to lay the foundation and the groundwork for the mentality of those babies coming up in the world. And to me, that's always been a solution when it comes to eradicating self-hate within our communities. You just got to be intentional about who you get with, right? Whether that's the man you get with or the woman that you get with, you have to filter out those who don't qualify and don't really meet up to standard, right? In this case, I guarantee he is the product of a Sambo father and a Sambo mother. I guarantee he's not the only one that holds these type of sentiments inside the family. Now, do I feel sorry for him? Do I have any sympathy for him? Not really, right? Not really. It's not like he was going to contribute to our geopolitical advancement as black men as a collective. So it's not like we lost anything of value. And I would say the same thing if it was the other way around, right? It's unfortunate for his family, but the only thing that I can take from this is simply a learning lesson of what type of family culture are we instilling in the children, in the babies, right? Because these type of sentiments don't simply sprout from thin air, right? He obviously got these sentiments from somewhere, right? And I'm going to point in the direction of the culture of the household that he grew up in. And that's why I say, brothers, it is so important. It is so important when it's time for you to start your family to be intentional about not only the woman that you choose to start a family with, but the type of environment, the type of family culture that you're going to surround those children in, because that's going to have a big effect on who they grow up to be as adults. When it comes to me, I grew up since I was a young boy. I see my father get up every single morning, put on his suit and tie, go to work, take care of the family, take care of his wife, take care of his kids, take care of his daughters, take care of his, extended family all over the world. My mother, my grandfather passing me down the cultural knowledge of who I am as a black man, the stories of my ancestors, etc., etc. Seeing my father go from working a corporate job to starting his own enterprise. All of these things had an effect on me. All of these things had an influence on who I was going to be when I came up and become a man. If I grew up in a different environment, if I grew up under a different household with different values, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. I wouldn't have the mentality that I have today. And that's simply due to the fact that I am a product of my environment, like most people. So this guy right here, like I said, he is a product of his environment, but I question the type of environment that he grew up in, right? I really want to know, what were your mother and father like? What were your aunts and uncles like? What were your grandparents like? How did the family turn out like this, right? Because he's not the only one in the family who's ignorant and made inflammatory statements online, right? So it makes me really question, what type of family tree did you come from? Like I say, brothers, be very intentional. When you start a family, be very intentional about the values and the culture that you instill into the environment, because that's going to have a big impact and influence on your sons and daughters, on your future generations. Anyways, man, it's your boy Neferkari Salim back in the building. Yes, indeed. Cash App in the description. Album out now. Album available everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify. Go to the homepage of my YouTube channel, my playlist section, Sahel 1816. Go ahead and enjoy yourself, man. Now, Cash App in the description. Support the channel, and I'm gone. Peace. Gotta go get it, I'm never waiting. Stay in the trends and I'm innovative. Shorty, she on me, she said she love me. Straight to the top and I'm elevated. Straight to the top and I'm never stopping. Running my business, I'm enterprising. Working that money, I get it fast. Stay in my lane and I hit the gas. Counting my blessings and make it last. Don't want a fraction, I want it all. Stick to the code and the protocol. Feel like a king and I'll never fall. Fuck up a check when I'm in the mall. Riding that German, I'm in a Benz. Plotting revenge, I don't make amends. Hitting that corner and make it bend. Up in the sky like commercial pilots. Keep it 100, I'm moving silence. Know we united, they can't divide us. Say that she love when I give her guidance. Told me she love me, I know it's real. Know they gon' hate, but I know the deal. Know they gon' hate when you so official. Paying my dues like I'm sacrificial. Handle my business so beneficial. Ride on my enemies with the miss. Ride on my enemies with a chop. Coming for blood, make them call the doctor. Coming for blood, I ain't showing mercy. Probably gon' kill me or try to hurt me. Probably gon' kill me, I keep it tinted. Bulletproof vehicle when I whip it. Came from the bottom, I really live it. Really, my life is a motion picture. Lately, I feel like the trend is topping. Keep it authentic, I keep it honest. Up at the bank with a new deposit. Call me the boss and I pay the cost. Feel like a rocket, I'm taking off. Come to the crib and she take it off. Gotta go get it, I'm never waiting. Stay in the trends and I'm innovative. Shorty, she on me, she said she love me. Straight to the top and I'm elevated. Straight to the top and I'm never stopping. Running my business, I'm enterprising. Working that money, I get it fast. Stay in my lane and I hit the gas. Counting my blessings and make it last. Don't want a fraction, I want it all. Stick to the code and the protocol. Feel like a king and I'll never fall. Fuck up a check when I'm in the mall. Riding that German, I'm in a Benz. Plotting revenge, I don't make amends. Hitting that corner and make it bend. Go. Never wait. Innovative. Say she love me. Elevated. Never stopping. Enterprising. Get it fast.